Hi everyone, good evening. I'm really excited to be here and share with you how my Home and Life PA is going to revolutionise personal admin. So I'm Rebecca Mason. I'm the manager and the founder and managing director. I've been a marketing consultant for 7 years, and I recently moved home after living in the UK for 4 years. And I organically became my family's Home and Life PA. So I ran errands, I did the cleaning, and I did the cooking. And I realised that there was a gap in the marketplace for this service. So, how many of you wish that you had a few extra hours a day or a week? Any of you? Yeah. Can make a big difference, can't it? If you're at uni, you can use that extra time to get an average assignment up to a HD level. If you're working, you can use the extra hours to complete a project early and negotiate in a pay rise or even a promotion. So time can really change our lives if we've got more of it. Unfortunately, we can't create time. And we also can't conveniently access time either. And this is where my Home and Life PA steps in, because we empower lifestyle achievements. And we do that by managing your time-consuming but important personal admin tasks. So, I did some extensive market research to validate this concept. I went out and I spent 40 hours interviewing key targets, and I spent 35 hours trialing this service in people's homes. And I turned rooms like this into rooms like that, which was a really long day. I also conducted a survey with 40 people. The amount of time I spent market researching was enough for me to go from Sydney to London and back 3 times. And you know what I found? I found that there's a huge opportunity in the marketplace for this service. 9 out of 10 people said there's a need for this in the market. 60% of those people said they'd pay between $35 and $50 per hour for a Home and Life PA. So, what do they actually need help with? My market research indicated that people need help with their general admin, their cleaning, their supplier management, and meal planning and delivery. But who actually needs a service? Well, firstly, anyone that values their own time. But I did find a specific niche when researching. I found that women, aged between 35 and 50, who were professionals with an income of around 150K, really needed my support. So what's the offer? Okay, so if you just imagine a bricklayer who's building a house, but just picture the bricks as blocks of time. And the bricklayer's laying out the blocks as a foundation to build your empire or your lifestyle achievement. And that's essentially what I'm offering. I'm offering blocks of time. So I have 3 core blocks that I'm selling. I have a 10-hour-a-month block for $350. I have an 8-hour-a-month block for $320. And I have a 6-hour-a-month block for $270. I have a try before you buy on-demand service, and I have a special promotional offer that's specific for corporates. So, OPM, other people's money. This is what's going to make my business tick. And I'm going to get it in 3 ways. Firstly, in a direct avenue, by creating really fun and inventive marketing programs. Secondly, by proactively asking my clients for referrals. And indirectly, by establishing partnerships with corporates and affinity partners. So I have a fairly ambitious financial forecast. In my first quarter, I'm aiming for 110 clients, which will generate me 82K in revenue. My second quarter, I'm aiming for 200 clients with 147K in revenue. My third quarter, I'm aiming for 300 clients and 227 in revenue. And I want to complete the year with 322 in revenue and 400 clients. So I have a competitive framework. We've got at the high end, we've got concierge services. And down at the lower end, we have online virtual assistant services. And I'm hitting that sweet spot in the middle, offering high quality and efficient services. But over time, I'm building my point of difference on brand equity alone. And I'm going to be driving that. So the team. I'm a lone ranger at the moment, but I'm looking for a team. I'm looking for an advisory board, And at the moment, I'm looking to seek a Chief Operating Officer and a CTO. I'm at the stage where I'm ready to have a delivery team of PAs to execute the services, and I outsource legal and design work. So to date, I already have 2 customers. I've brought in $2,800 in revenue. I have 20 stakeholders and 2 suppliers. By investing in me today, you will help me develop my website brand identity, as well as help create a pre-launch buzz to get me up to my first 110 clients to hit my Q1 target. So by investing in my Home and Life PA, you're going to be seeding the growth of a revolutionary lifestyle services provider. Thank you.
Can I just ask you about your target group? So you're saying that you're targeting females with an income of above 150k per year, between 35 and 50, was that right? So my question is, are all these female childless? Because I'm thinking if you have a nanny, your nanny will automatically pick up a lot of these tasks. Can you comment on that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've found, there are people who do have nanny agencies, and I've considered that as a threat in terms of nanny agencies expanding into this realm. What I have found is that the nannies don't necessarily have the expertise to be able to do a lot of these tasks. So when I've been going to people's home, it does start off as something a nanny could do, like throw this in the dishwasher or X, Y, and Z. But the more ingrained I've become in their lives, the more responsibility they've engendered in me in managing their tasks. And that's something they're not willing to give their nannies. So I appreciate it's a threat.
And have you considered providing childcare services?
Yes, I have. So I'm looking to partner with her name's Trudy, and she's about to launch an Uber for babysitters. So I'm looking at a partnership with her to be able to take some of her nannies and babysitters into my supplier realm.
Thank you.
Great presentation. I think I like the pace and the structure. Like Petra, a lot of questions. I guess probably my biggest one is to your team. You want to make some pretty big hires. Why aren't you the CEO? And what's the logic behind hiring in a CEO?
COO.
COO.
So I am the...
So you'll be CEO?
Yes.
And then, so in terms of COO then, likewise, what do you envision them doing, and how are you going to fill up this team? There's only so many of you that can go around these families.
Yeah. So in terms of the COO role, the way I see my role is getting the top end of the funnel, so getting my clients in and generating inbound business. I need a COO to manage the operational side of the business. So ensuring that we've got the right tech and systems in place to make sure that once we get people through that funnel, that they're being delivered out accordingly, and that we're managing our projects to our clients.
So would there be a developer, or?
I need a tech developer to do all of that, but I need an operations manager to manage the whole back end of it.
Right, okay.
I've had a few questions already. I'd just like to come back a little bit to the market side, because you've got quite a good handle on the market that you're looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, now understand it's for couples have children and don't have children. Given you've got a very precise market, how big is it in Sydney?
Good question. In terms of numbers, when I've analysed the stats, the target market is at 70,000 families or people. I'm obviously only looking for 400 in my first year, but that's only going to take me so far. So I appreciate that my divestment strategy is going to other cities before I can launch it globally to be able to stimulate growth. And the biggest part of my business will be ensuring that we deliver a service that is good enough the first time, that people are on a subscription. So they're not detracting from the service, but I'm looking at a longevity in terms of people purchasing my service, because they're going to be high value clients because there's a small pool of them.
How do you envision managing like 400 of these? I mean, to me, it still seems like a high-end nanny service, high-skilled nanny service in some form. Like, how do you plan on managing that? What's your vision, and how much scale can this take without?
Okay, so regionality is important. So at the moment, I'm ready to employ someone to be able to manage the CBD area, and that's quite literally having like a regional manager, and whether it's they're the PA themselves. I mean, eventually I'll need someone to manage all of those PAs in the area. But for that one person to be responsible for that geographical region.
No, I guess, I mean, with technology, how's that going to work?
So in terms of considering technology and how it's going to physically work in managing that, I'm meeting with, so I'm bartering off my marketing skills for an IT company that I've defined as high quality enough to deliver that to my clients, who'll be working out with me the loopholes in being able to set up that management system to be able to coordinate 400 clients, and that's at a minimum.
And do you imagine like there'll be any, like what is that coordination? Do you know that yet? Like how is that management system going to work? Any,
In terms of what's at the
like,
moment,
what's it actually going to do?
I'm looking at different systems from integrating Stripe into MailChimp to kind of automate all of my operations. So it's very hub and spoke. Before I start looking at a bespoke model for the business, I need to have at least 6 to 12 months worth of work before I can justify the spend to an investor to be able to develop my own bespoke platform, but that would be ideal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.